river turtle, the largest turtle from Latin America. This baby's about 150 pounds, which is why I'm resting her on the edge of this Aquascape cleanout tank. She is getting a brand new, which I'm about to show you, Aquascape Ecosystem Pond. She just came from Zoo Miami. I'm gonna put her down gently and I'm gonna walk around and show you that new pond and some of the old ponds down here at Kamp Kenan, my buddy Kenan Harkin. We're gonna go see their ponds and this new Aquascape Ecosystem Pond that we are building for this beautiful endangered species. Oh, there you go. Woo, okay. Let's walk around and check out. Very heavy. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go and check out. I'm gonna first show you the brand new pond that we're putting that in. Now, we were originally gonna come back to Kamp Kenans for the Aquascape 2025 winter retreat, and we were originally gonna put in a lily pond. You gonna need to get back here? All right, let me get out of your way. There's a pond build still going on, so I should probably stick out of these guys' ways. I like turtles too, buddy. And Kubota, who helped sponsor this build. So here's all of the clean out tanks. They're all primed and ready. We're just doing the final rinse over here on this incredible new ecosystem water feature. You've never seen this. You might have been watching Kamp Kenan for a while, just like me as a fan. But you've never seen this new pond, and I gotta tell you, this might be, it's gonna be tough to top the rec pond, but I can tell you I love the location of this one with these giant bamboo stalks right behind it. And of course, the way this was designed, these turtles are gonna absolutely thrive. This is about as natural of a habitat as you could possibly imagine. Come on over here, we'll show you. What's up, Jeff? Okay, so you can see the final preparations. The clean out is going on right now. The waterfall's in the area, but look at this backdrop with all of these beautiful bamboo grasses that are right behind here that Kenan planted as soon as he bought this house. And they have been growing and looking amazing. That's a backdrop for these beautiful animals. And I'm on this new deck that the guys just put in. Look at the beach area. One of the logs, we reincorporated it, that we put down for the edge to help break down the border. We got over here on this beautiful walkway. You can see they're building another beach area. Now we got a male and a female, so who knows what's gonna happen. They got nice sand walking up here, and this is gonna be filtered with the Aquascape wetland filter. You can see the snorkel on one side for cleanouts, and look at how excellent that new deck looks with the artificial rock, the bamboo border that we have, the clean gravel. Can you just imagine this thing filled with water? Well, tomorrow you're gonna get to see it filled with water. These guys are just doing the finishing touches. Josh, how long till we start filling this baby up? 2 minutes, we'll start filling it up. So that's very... Steve, how you doing, mate? All the way from the UK. It's probably like midnight over there, at least 10 at night or something. So anyway, these are certified Aquascape contractors or guys who want to become certified out here for training and having fun in the sun and enjoying themselves. We got some very experienced artists here that came in for this. We have been doing winter retreats with contractors since 2005, so this is 20 years of doing this. We weren't supposed to be at Kamp Kenan, but the other project, there were some things that happened, and so we ended up pivoting over here. So Kenan is now getting his, I don't know if it's 7th or 8th water feature from Aquascape. And of course, we love to be able to support a guy that's doing great stuff for animals. Every water feature is a unique work of art, one-of-a-kind custom creation, which is always what makes it fun to build them, and you get to see at the end of the day what you were able to accomplish. But for me to come back and visit a property and come and sit by a rec pond like this is about as beautiful of a setting as you can get for a rec pond. And this is the 6th year for this Aquascape recreation pond. Now I'm a little... Hey, yo.
Y'all and Kenan is good stuff.
It is. And look at the one tropical lily that we still have left. As soon as we put the turtles back, they're gonna make this into a salad bar. These came from Holt's Nursery, Thomas Holt's. I think that's a beautiful foxfire. No blooms on it right now. You can see there's 2 blooms that maybe, hopefully will come out tomorrow. But you can see how just absolutely stunningly beautiful this is. We performed a clean out, the first clean out in 6 years. We recommend a once-a-year clean out, but Kenan's got it very natural. And first time in 6 years now. This is the 2nd time in 6 years that we cleaned the wetland. And over...
Beautiful work again, Greg. Greetings from the Netherlands.
Oh, Marcel, boy, you're having fun, buddy. I know you are. He's a former certified aquascape connoisseur that's living life in the Netherlands. I love it.
Expo says Chicoio Neal.
Oh, gosh, this is the 10th time I've heard that today. Listen, guys, hey, I'm not even going to go there. Let's just talk ponds. I give up. Dumb dad jokes. I get it.
Kenan said he'll do a little more on recreation ponds.
Yeah, Kenan's great. He's going to have his second recreation pond, so he's got 2 Ferraris. But look at how beautiful the wetland looks. This is the second time that's been cleaned. And, you know, when we have a philosophy at Aquascape about working with Mother Nature, not against her, and when you can have live plants like this that are part of your filter system, this is how nature does it. I don't know why we think that we're smarter than nature, but there's nothing for a filtration for a body of water, for a biological body of water, that would beat a natural wetlands. Because all that gravel that you see there, there's bacteria growing. As the water flows through, the nutrients that feed the algae get eaten, and so then you don't get the algae blooms, you get water, your nitrates, and your nitrates get under control. And this entire system like this only needs a once-a-year clean out, or in Kenan's case, once every 3 years, because he lets it go more natural. But
He said a beautiful pond, and Daniel says no one deserves it more than Kenan.
Kenan's a great guy, and bush wildlife, and he introduced us to bush wildlife, and we're doing a puma pond. So tomorrow we're going to be putting the puma back in, and you know, the puma came from a small little, or just had a small little preform pond in there, and now has a beautiful aquascape pond that they can actually get into. And apparently this puma that came from California and has its paws burned in a fire, apparently this guy loves playing in the water and barely ever went in the water in the small dish pond that they had before the preform one. And in California, where it came from before the fires, it had a giant pond. So now he's gonna have a good sized pond, aquascape pond, to get into and get out of. And that's tomorrow's project. But for today, we'll, I love Lisa up there in Minnesota. Lisa, I know you're a grandma of like 15. Oh no, Lisa in Philadelphia. I know that you are out in Philly and supporting those Eagles, but you got to come down here on these winter retreats again. We'd love to see you. Okay. We use 45 mil liner all the time, almost all the time, unless it's a giant pond. We'll use a polypropylene, but 45 mil EPDM liner, fish grade, so that you don't have any issues like that. Here's the vanishing edge down here of the rec pond. And of course, as this water falls, it aerates it, adds to the bacteria. It goes through the aqua box, gets pumped up through the inline pumps, and the whole thing just recirculates. Keep it going. All right, so I'm gonna show you probably one of the coolest, it's actually my favorite enclosure here. We'll walk over here. And that, yeah, tons of tortoises. I think these are mostly cherryfoot tortoises. But over here is Slinky's pond. It has a beautiful blues wood goddess tropical water lily in it. And I wish there was more lilies, but he has so many turtles, and turtles naturally go to a salad bar and eat the lilies. So you don't see a lot of water lilies at Kenans, but Slinky, as an Asian water monitor, does not mess with the water lilies, and I love that. So I wish we can get more water lilies growing at Camp Kenan. So does my buddy Thomas Holt. But here, let's check this out. Look at this. This closure is a thing of dreams. As any kid would want an ultimate reptile enclosure like this. Let's make sure that Slinky is not going to jump out on us. Come on in. And look at that beautiful tropical water lily there. An incredible display. Let me get this closed. Okay. Look at that. And that beautiful water. And that is what is part of the filtration of this, but it's also just part of the aesthetics to be able to see. You know, this is a tropical lily, by the way, Sean, if you want to get close, because one of the size of the pads, and two, most tropicals have variegated edges, so, or serrated edges. And oh, look at Slinky coming out. He heard us. He thinks we're going to probably feed him. Let's see if we can get him to come over by the pond. I mean, how cool is that? It's like literally having Jurassic Park in your yard. I just love it. He was in his enclosure with the heat lamp. So, no, look at him. Now, I think that's probably Kenan's favorite animal, and you can see why. It's just cool. It looks like Godzilla. This is his entire habitat. When we first built it, we built it for a couple different species, and quickly it became only the Asian water monitor. So I don't even really want to talk. I just want to sit here and enjoy this. I just learned yesterday that when they put their tongue in the water, they can actually smell underwater, which I never knew. But you know, I'm not a reptile expert like Kenan. Oh, look, he's getting a drink. Look at that. He came out, said, time to get a drink. He's seeing if I have a rat in my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a cane toad.
But you know, one of the things that we always emphasize is the use of plant material and logs and the different types of stone, different size stone, because you want to, you know, vary the edges. You don't want to have a solid border. And look at that. Just if you just took a close-up picture of that, it would look like it was somebody, you know, somewhere in the wild, not in somebody's backyard. And of course, that's all Kamp Kenan is. It's just an incredible place. One of the keys about this is a beautiful stream and waterfalls. You could actually see where we had this divided into 2 enclosures here, and he took out the division and just made it one for Slinky because he's kind of the.
What else was in here?
He had some more monitors in here, but you can see he's got a bench in here, and like I don't want to leave. There's 60 people over there building the pond, and you know this is like pure heaven.
We got 90 people in here.
All right, that's great. You know, and I wish you could experience this too, because it's a huge sense of satisfaction to be able to come back and see somebody who loves the work that we do, that's using it to support the animals and letting them live in an enriched environment, and then to be able to just listen to that sound. Like that's Kenan's life, and we were able to help provide that. And look at Slinky going in the water there. That's Slinky's life. Gosh, that is just too cool. Absolute dinosaur.
If you guys like this stuff, make sure you guys are liking the live video.
And that's exactly what an Asian water monitor is. Is Cayman enclosure ponds. We got ponds. Is Cayman enclosure ponds. We got ponds. Well, actually one. We call it actually. Well, actually one. We call it actually two though, because it's got it's actually divided for the animal. Creek. He's got I think 4 of Fred Caymans over here, and let me look at how cool that is. I mean, just sitting there. Here, let's go inside. Go in there and check them out. Get really close, Sean. No, I'm just kidding. But get close enough that people can just see how cool and natural of an environment that looks like for those animals. This is live. We'll see if anything happens.
If I don't make it.
But look at how chill they are. They're so relaxed in this environment. It's just so cool. Yeah, this is pretty much a dream for any reptile keeper. And Ed, the pond professor, designed this, came down here. I was not at this build. This is the only build at Kamp Kenans that I was not at. I forget why I couldn't be here. But yeah, these are Fred's old species, and they're living the good life at Kenans now. So yeah, let's go back. And then we got 2 more ponds to showcase before we go off. And if there's any more questions about ecosystem ponds, working with Mother Nature, making things look natural, you know, that's what we love to do. So it's fun to have people from all over the world here. I mean, we've got people from, of course, all over the country, Canada. I think we got 7 guys from the UK that made it over here. The UK is becoming a real good place for us to, you know, grow our business, because so many traditionally built ponds over there that aren't necessarily low maintenance. They're very traditional, and they're not very aquascape ecosystem working with Mother Nature friendly. So we got Kubota Tractor here. They're doing all the sponsorship for this build. And right over here is Sophia's pond. This was the 2nd or 3rd pond we built, and it's because Sophia wanted the sound of water outside of her room. And here it is. And you can see how beautiful this looks. Look at the turtle just naturally chilling out in the stream. Loving the current that's coming up. And I think the neatest thing about this pond, first of all, I love how he does his enclosures. So it's not really invasive the way you see it. And I love this log right here. And when we put it in there, Ken specifically asked us to create an area that the turtles can get under. And I have reached under there before and pulled out 5 or 6 turtles at one time that have just lodged themselves in there. But once again, who wouldn't want that sound outside their bedroom window? And then the very first pond that we built at Camp Kenans, right here. And here's the front door. And right outside the front door, what kind of entrance is that? Who wouldn't want a bridge to get into their house? A nice natural stone slab where people would, basically anybody that would come up to the front, they just want to, who would not want to cross that to get in here? And
Will said, this is so amazing.
it's amazing. It's so fun to come back here. I love coming back every time. I mean, I'm looking at 4 or 5 turtles right now just swimming in that water. And once again, they're growing underneath the little hides that we created for them, natural habitats to help with the enrichment of the whole area. So he's got tortoises walking around over here. I mean, here's a tortoise. Earlier today, we saw a tortoise laying eggs up here with all this commotion, and a tortoise is still laying eggs. It's just incredible. And then modern, yeah, pretty cool. It's hidden. You don't know where it is. Modern design Aquascape Inc added a bowl, a water element over on this side, just to have a little bit of more circulation than the stream to put in. But yeah, this is living the dream, Camp Kenan style. This is why I say, I love my job.
His Will says, I remember watching you on TV when I was like in the 8th grade.
Which hopefully was a long time ago, maybe.
Probably pond started.
We'll see you at dinner, Kubota. Thank you for all of the support for this.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for everything.
Okay, Kubota.
Bye.
Okay.
Done?
You guys leaving? Yeah. Okay.